Welcome to Fabricadabra Embroidery Edition. Today we'll be working the cable stitch. Okay, so as you can see, we'll be stitching along a curvy line. And as always, you come up from the back. We're going to be working this stitch from left to right. I went over one stitch length, and then I left a little loop, and I'm going to hold that down with my thumb. And then I'm going to come up at the end, through the same hole at the end of the first stitch. And keeping that loop down, I'm going to pull my floss all the way through and pull it taut. And then I'm going to go over another stitch length and go down through the fabric. And I'm going to do the same thing, except this time I'm going to keep my loop at the top. So before I kept my loop at the bottom, now I'm going to put it at the top. And that's what this stitch does, is you go from, you can go bottom to top or top to bottom, but they're going to alternate. So with one stitch, you know, the loop was at the bottom. For the next stitch, it's at the top. For the third stitch, it'll be at the bottom again, and so on from there. So over one stitch, come up from the bottom at the point, at the end of your previous stitch. And then pull your floss through tight or taut. You don't want to pull it too tight because then it'll pucker the fabric, but you don't want it to be too loose because then it won't be as pretty. It won't have that preciseness that it needs. So because I did my loop at the top last time, I'm going to do it at the bottom this time. Sometimes as I'm doing this, I forget which one I did. And so it's always a good idea to keep that in mind as you're sewing this cable stitch, is that you really want to remember which way you had your loop on the previous stitch. So again, one more time, and now I'm going to start to speed this up a little bit. And here is it a little bit faster. I'm just going to do a few more stitches just so that you can see them and how they're made. And then I'm going to just cut straight to the finished line. And here's the cable stitch finished. Thanks for watching, and happy sewing.